Hey guys, it's Jess, and I am here today with my wrap-up of the first in the Looking Glass Wars series, the Looking Glass Wars. So, just to kind of wrap up of what this is a story of Alice in Wonderland, but it's kind of a twisted story. So instead of it being the wonderful, magical world that we know of Alice in Wonderland, it is a story of what really happened. And what really happened was her crazy psycho Aunt Red tried to take over Wonderland, and she fought back. And Red is the off with their heads lady that runs around in, like, the Disney movie, for example, and orders people's... She's Queen of Hearts. There we go. Alice gets pulled out of the world she knows and pulled into reality, using that term very loosely, and then gets pulled back to Wonderland, or Wonderopolis, and we follow how she tries to take back what's hers, the throne, and that story. There are so many interesting characters in this. I was not a huge fan of how it ended. However, I'm happy to know that there's a second book, because now I know that it's not just gonna end. Because if I didn't know there was a second book, I'd be super disappointed. I'm going to give this 4 out of 5 stars. 4 out of 5 because I wasn't 100% like enthralled with it, and I wasn't 100% pleased, but I really enjoyed it. I enjoyed it a lot, and I highly recommend it. Anyone who has a thing for Alice in Wonderland, pick this up because it's so good. It's a very different kind of story, and it makes you kind of think about how we tell fairy tales and what we portray these stories as these like happy endings, when in reality things could be a little darker than we presume. I highly recommend it. Frank Beddor is, one, a wonderful man. He's so nice. And then 2, is an amazing author. I am not 100% sure if this is middle grade or not, but it's great. Like, I am 24 years old and I liked it so much. I thought it was really interesting. I also, one of the downsides for me is a lot of the plot gets rushed. So I want to know more about why things are happening and how things are happening, but we just move right along, which is kind of what makes me think it's middle grade, because that happens a lot in middle grade books, where we don't get a lot of the world building and we don't get a lot of the history, but we get a lot of the action. And I feel like that's what this book kind of is. So go into it knowing that, but also go into it not expecting Alice in Wonderland. This is not your fairy tale. This is not Falling Down a Looking Glass. This is not any of that. This is a whole new take on the Alice in Wonderland story, and it is awesome. I highly recommend it. If you have read this, let me know down below. I want someone to talk to about it and be like, oh my gosh, this happened and that happened, and oh my gosh, it was so cool. Because that's what I feel like on this book. I am going to pick up the second one next, which is Seeing Red by Frank Beddor. This art, beautiful. It is so pretty. The color is gorgeous. The art is just jaw-dropping. I'm a huge fan. Can't wait. So there we go. Just a nice, short, concise little review. Pick it up. Highly recommend it. Don't go into it expecting a fairy tale. Expect something a little darker. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!